what I want to talk about, and hopefully I don't end up being too long-winded, but you know me, videos average about 30 minutes. I keep telling you guys, and hopefully the few of you who watch my videos are listening. Being on one side or the other of this council war shit is stupid. They're plastic boxes, dude. These corporations don't care about you. They do what they can to get you to buy their products. That's it. You're a number to them. You gotta stop. If you're one of these people who worships the ground Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo walks on, you gotta stop that shit. There's a situation going on Twitter, and I won't bring up names, but there's a situation going on Twitter where a lady is being harassed, and she decided to put out some Spider-Man spoilers, which, truth be told, yeah, that's a shitty thing to do. But if you look at some of the stuff people are like man, I don't want to go into too many details on it because I really don't want to attach myself to it on that level. But like, motherfuckers are out here making fake Twitter accounts and acting like they're, trying to do stuff with kids, pretending to be people and acting like they're trying to do stuff with kids. People are talking about grape and deleting people over video games. Let me tell you, young guys, son, I'm old. I'm 43. Fine, age reveal, maybe a face reveal later on. I'm 43 years old. I remember a time where being a motherfucker that played video games and watched anime was not cool. You were a fucking dork. You were a nerd. You were an outcast. You were treated like less than. Only when this industry became a $1 billion industry in the late 90s, early 2000s did it start becoming a little bit more acceptable for anybody and everybody to play games. And when they started sneaking them on cell phones, and a lot of the people who used to talk shit about you having a controller in your hand, like, dude, you spend more time playing a game or playing Angry Birds on your phone than I do playing Call of Duty on a console. Now it's quite easier to tell a motherfucker to shut the fuck up about it, because everybody to some extent plays games, even people who don't think that. Like, truth be told, and this is taking this from somebody who is, and full disclosure, I am a computer science graduate. I have a degree in the field, only a bachelor's arts though. I was never the strongest coder, but I have done work in the field of software engineering. I've done back ends for databases. I've done IT work. I've done all kinds of stuff. In my senior project, I built the game on Unreal Engine 4. It was a fucking nightmare. Probably make a video about it later on. Let me say this. Okay? There is no reason whatsoever for the amount of weird shit that's going on to be happening. We were not cool to begin with. We've only recently become acceptable because everybody does it without knowing it. And I kind of lost my train of thought for it for a second, but what I want to tell you is people who don't think they play video games, play video games. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, and I'm gonna just keep calling it Twitter because I can't get with this X shit. If you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok and stuff like that, what's on the bottom of anything you post? There's a like button, right? What's the difference between tallying likes for a comment, a post, a video, any of that shit? What is the difference between that and a high score on a video game? Absolutely nothing. Other than your score on those things is based on public opinion and not what you've actually done. But what a lot of you guys haven't figured out is social media, to an extent, is the gamification of interacting with human beings, which, when you think about it, is kind of fucking sick. Right? It is. Like, this is why you have so many mental health issues. If person A and person B are getting these high scores for their pictures or their comments and stuff like that, and person C puts up similar things and nobody likes it, and they don't have the mental capacity to separate that fake world from the real world, their confidence could go down. They could become depressed. They might do all kinds of crazy things like self-delete themselves, or if they get picked on online, and a lot of people like to post picking on them, they might lead to them self-deleting or going out and deleting other people. Like, social media is a fucking sickness if you don't know how to manage it, if you don't understand that it's not real and it's not the real world. When you combine that with the absolutely ridiculous tribalism of video game council warring, like, even fuck the video game stuff. Let's not even include video games at the moment, right? Let's talk about other stuff. Sports teams, particular players. I've seen LeBron James and Jordan fans fucking threaten to shoot each other over who's the GOAT, when neither LeBron James or Michael Jordan, who are both billionaires, by the way, give a shit about any of these people. I've seen people fight over WWE versus AEW, when at the end of the day, the best thing that's going on when it comes to wrestling, and I do watch wrestling, is the fact that all of these guys got two major places to work. But you don't care about that. You just care about the company you back because you're fucking weird. Like, the sports stuff I kind of get right, but like, let's just say I live in an area where there's literally a grotesque hatred between one state and the other, like to the point where motherfuckers will fight you if they know you're from one place or the other. It's ridiculous. I think I got food poisoning because I had a plate from the state, and went to go visit my dad somewhere, and they saw my plate and they did something to my fucking food. Tribalism is a sickness in modern society. We don't need it anymore. You don't have to compete for the fucking deers and the meat in the woods. Just go to the fucking grocery store. The tribalism shit was when, it made sense when we were a lot less advanced in resources, or getting resources was a matter of, you got to be better than them. But like, dude, we're fighting over wrestling companies. We're fighting over video game plastic boxes. You motherfuckers are out here doxing people and threatening them and making fake accounts to make them look like they're child predators. What are we talking about? This is clown world shit. And I really hate it for the video game guys and the anime guys because, dude, 2 decades ago, you guys were already fucking social misfits. You guys were already weirdos and social outcasts. Stuff like this, you're moving yourself backwards. Now, maybe you don't care what everybody else thinks, but if you don't care what everybody else thinks, why the fuck are you on the internet all the time throwing your opinion out there? So you can tell yourself that lie if you want to. We both know the truth. There's a lot of sickness in this council war and stuff, and all of that tribalism stuff. But let's get back to video games and this council war and stuff. There's a lot of sickness. I'm not going to point fingers at a particular fan base. There's plenty of people doing it online right now, let me tell you. But like, the reason why the Fatangas and the Oh Noah's Alex's and several other guys, I think Joe from Seattle is one of them, can make videos about these clowns and basically profit off their mental illness is because they make it so easy. The shit that I'm seeing that they're doing today alone is fucking crazy, dude. Now, I'm not one of these I could change the world type motherfuckers where I was like, oh, let me see if I can. No, look, I can't do that. My capacity for, helping people is not that high. I don't have a pedestal or whatever to stand on high enough to do that. But if you're listening to this video, if you're a part of these groups that go on there and shit post about Xbox or PlayStation, cut it out, dude. It's fucking stupid. If you're not a kid, even if you are a kid, it's fucking stupid. But if you're a grown ass man, just take a step back and look at yourself, dude. You look fucking stupid. You're a fucking clown, which is why I gotta pick a mirror up on the screen right now for you to look at yourself. That's what you look like. Look at this shit that all of the people that are in the grit of this nonsense are doing to each other. It's too fucking much. We don't do that shit. Right? We don't do that. I don't try to point people's names out. I did just mention 3 guys, but I only mention them because they are the guys that I most recognize that profit off of this shit. Y'all gotta stop, man. I ain't talking about them 3, but y'all gotta stop giving people like that content. And it's not that I want to take money out of those dudes' pockets, but it's just like, dude, you're making it too easy for them. This like the shit that's going on is high level clown activity. Don't post spoilers for other people's games. Don't harass women and say you want to grape them or have them deleted. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking go on Metacritic and rate a game you haven't played. If you don't want it, if you don't like it, if you don't want to deal with it, then just leave it at that. Ignore the shit. All of this other stuff, you are making yourself look stupid. And I've mentioned before, you guys are playing into a lot of these corporations' hands because they expect you to do that kind of activity. They expect you to do that kind of nonsense. And truth be told, if you're an Xbox and I hate using the derogatory term, but if you're an Xbot or a pony and you post nothing but, if you're an Xbox, PlayStation negative stuff, or if you're a pony, Xbox negative stuff, you're just advertising for the motherfuckers you claim to hate. Because corporations that big, there's no such thing as bad media. There's bad things that can happen, but there's always somebody to clear it up. What company do you know has burned to the ground because one of their executives was a racist? They just fire him and bring in somebody else. What company have you know has burned to the ground because one of their executives liked to grape women? None. I think Blizzard had a big problem with racism, grape, and a bunch of other harassment. So did Activision. And them motherfuckers just got 69. Next week, these motherfuckers will have $69 billion in their pockets. So what are we talking about? You reporting all of this negative shit, and you're not doing anything but advertising for the people you claim to hate. You're better off getting off Twitter or X or Facebook and all of that shit and just go play your fucking video games. Talk about what you enjoy. Stop talking about what you hate. Talk about what you're having fun with, not what somebody else is having fun with because you think they're inferior for having fun with it. That shit's stupid. It's dumb. And there's people out here who are way smarter than you that play that game. They will mentally fucking destroy you. That's your Alexes. That's your Fratangas. They're smarter than the people that they're dealing with. And I watch their videos. Sometimes it's funny, but like the stuff I'm seeing today, I'm almost certain at the very least Fratanga's gonna make a video about this. I'm pretty sure Alex is too, because I think he's in the middle of some of it. But like, dude, like, and then some of you guys complain about them 2 guys in particular making videos, but it's like, dude, you give them no choice, dude. You make it so easy for them. You give them no choice but to make fun of you. This shit you're doing is stupid. It's so stupid. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Hopefully I have another video up tomorrow. Going to talk about, my time on the Call of Duty beta. Probably going to put up some Payday footage, a couple other things. We'll see. Definitely going to have a conversation tomorrow. May even have a guest. Be on the lookout for it. And like I said, man, use your heads. Get them out of your asses. Whatever you got to do. Just have fun. Just play video games, dude. All this It's ridiculous. Till next time.